Today we're going to be doing example problems from reporting category 1. Our first question, which expression is equivalent to square root of 147? Equivalent means equal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my calculator to help me. Second square root of 147. So our decimal for this would be 12.12. So I want to see which one of my answer choices come out as the same decimal when I calculate them. 3 square root of 7. That one's not the same. 7 square root 3. That one looks good, so I'm going to check it, but I'll check the other ones. 21 square root 7. That one's not the same. 49 square root 3. That one again is not the same, so my answer would be B. Let's go to our next problem. A shoe company is going to close one of its stores and combine all the inventory from both stores. These polynomials represent the inventory at each store. So store A has this much, store B has this much. Which expression represents the combined inventory? Combined means addition. So I'm going to take these two polynomials and add them together. So I have 1/2 g squared plus 7/2 plus, because I'm adding, 3g squared minus 4/5 g plus 1/4. And whenever we combine, we only combine like terms. So the squared term can only be combined with the other squared term. The g term can only be combined with any other g terms, which we don't have any. Our constants, or our number without a letter, can only be combined with other constants or numbers without a letter. So our g squareds, we have 3g squared plus 1/2 g squared. That would give me 3.5, which is 7/2 g squared. Then notice the only g I have is that one, so I'm going to bring that down. Knowing just that this is subtraction, I can already mark out options C and D. From here, I'm going to use my calculator to help me with those last two fractions. So alpha y equals 7/2 plus alpha y equals the other 1/4. Give me 15/4. Positive, so plus. So our answer would be A. Our next problem right here, the expression x to the power of 3 times x to the power of -17 is equivalent to x to the power of n. What is the value of n? So we're trying to find this. Remember, when we have two of the same base, to find its exponent, we can actually add the exponent. So we'd have x to the power of 3 plus -17. So our answer would be x to the power of 3 plus -17, -14. So our n value would equal -14. Next question. It says, which table does not show y as a function of x? Remember, if it's a function, x does not repeat. So not. So let's look at our x values. 1/10, 1/8, 1/5, 1/4, 1/2. None of those repeat, so this is a function. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is a function. -0.2, 0.6, -1.3, 1.0, -0.2. Notice these repeat, so that is not a function. -24, 21, +24, -27, 29. None of them repeat, so that is a function. So our answer would be C. Which expression is equivalent to 7x to the power of 3 squared times x to the power of 8 to the 1/2? Remember, when you have a power to a power, you multiply them. But we also have to distribute that power of 2 to the 7 because it's included in the parentheses. So we'd have 7 to the power of 2, x to the power of 3 times 2. Then for the second one, we just distributed to the 8, so times x to the power of 8 times 1/2. So we start simplifying, we'd get 7 squared is 49. X to the power of 6 times x to the power of 8 times 1/2 is 4. Remember earlier when we had the same base, we were able to add the exponents. So our answer would be 49, x to the power of 6 plus 4, which is 10. So our answer would be B. Next one, a sequence can be generated using a sub n equals 4 times a sub n minus 1, where a sub 1 is 6 and n is a whole number greater than 1. What are the first 4 terms in the sequence? Well, they told us the first term, because a sub 1 is 6. And notice 4 is being multiplied by the term in front of it. So to get this next term, we would times by 4, 24. To get the next term, times 4. To get the next term, times 4. Just knowing these first two, all the other options can be marked out. Our answer would be A. But otherwise, we could do 24 times 4 is 96. times 4, 384, just in case we needed to. Next one, which expression is equivalent to m squared minus 13m minus 30? So notice we have factors here. This is factored form. So we're going to use the box method to help us factor. M squared, negative 30, use our x puzzle, negative 30, negative 13, so we'd have negative 15 and 2, negative 15m, 2m, so we'd have m times m, divide negative 15 by m is negative 15, 2m divided by 2 is positive 2. So our factors are m minus 15 and m plus 2. Our answer would be A. Our next question, notice it's asking us to do the same thing we just did. So I'm going to show you a different way to do this using the calculator. So we're going to take the calculator and we can plug this first equation into y1. So 6x squared, 6x squared plus 13x plus 5. And we'll take our first answer choice and plug it into y2. 2x plus 5, 3x minus 1. And we're going to actually go to the table and see if the values are equivalent or equal to each other. y1 and y2, notice they are not equal, so I know our answer can't be A. Let's go back to y equals. Plug in the next option. 2x minus 5, 3x plus 1. Go back to our table. Notice these ones also don't match, so it can't be option B. Go back, and we're just going to try each one until we find which one matches. Plus 1. Plus 5. Go to our table. Notice these ones match perfectly. I want to check my last one just to be on the safe side. Once again, they do not match. Yes, the first one matches, but every single one has to match, so our answer would be C. Going to the next option, it says which expression is a factor of. So this one, since it only gives us one factor, we actually have to factor this. So 18 times 2, 36. And negative 15 on top. Since the top is positive and the bottom is negative, we have two negatives. So to get this, we would have 12 and negative 3. So negative 12x, negative 3x. So now we have to split up 18. 18 can be split up into 6x and 3x. So we divide negative 3x divided by 3x, negative 1. Negative 12x divided by 6x is negative 2. So there's our two factors. Let's see which one of those is on here. 3x minus 2. Next one, if p of x equals 5 times x squared plus 1 plus 16, what is the value of p of 11? Notice that 11 took the value of x. So we're just going to go to y equals. And we're going to plug in the equation they gave us. And we're going to go to our table, evaluate at our x value of 11, find our y value, 626 would be our answer. Last one, the area of a rectangle is 54x to the 9th, y to the 8th square yards. If the length of the rectangle is 6x to the 3rd, y to the 4th, which expression represents the width of the rectangle in yards? So they give me the area right here, and then they give me the length right here. So if we have area and length, we're actually going to take and divide those to find the width. So I'd have 54x to the 9th, y to the 8th, divided by 6x cubed, y to the 4th. When we divide exponents with the same base, we actually subtract their exponents. So 54 divided by 6 would be 9, x to the power of 9 minus 3, y to the power 8 minus 4. So our answer is 9, x to the 6th, y to the 4th. So 9x6, y 4. That's it.